Well, my name is Helen Jane Gaudette. I go by Jane most of the time, but legally I have to sign Helen.
I met Helen, it was almost 4 years ago.
I was in a car accident. I was stopped at a red light, minding my own business, when I was rear-ended. I was hit so hard that my car spun into the intersection 180 degrees, and the entire back of the car was ripped open.
Horrible crash. One that you would think should have resolved easily. She was at a stop, rear-ended by an F-350. Well, her case took a twist because the driver suffered a seizure at the time of the crash.
Never in my life did I really need an attorney. And I knew this case was more complicated than something I could do myself. Because I was in a loaner, my car was actually being serviced at the dealership. So I was in a loaner, and then the person who hit me suffered a seizure while driving a company truck.
Well, the insurance company thought they were going to try and get out of the case by suggesting it was a sudden emergency. He had no idea this was going to happen. Helen came to us. We knew how to dig deep.
And I think it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I went to a few sites and I read them, and I was reading a lot of what people wrote. And I don't know, I was drawn to this one. I can't specifically say why. It's just that from what I read and what I felt most comfortable with, I made an appointment. I was seen, I think, within a couple of days. And you know, I was nervous coming because it's not something I ever had to experience before. I like to think I'm a highly intelligent female, and I was treated as though I was intelligent. I wasn't spoken down to at any point. Those are big red flags for me.
We got all of his medical records and showed this was no sudden emergency. This was somebody who knew this was going to happen. It was a time bomb waiting to happen. But Helen was willing to stick with us, and we stuck with her. We kept pushing. The insurance company didn't want to settle for what it should.
I always felt it was my decision whether we kept going forward, and that was always being made clear to me.
Finally, they relented and paid exactly what Helen wanted.
I do realize that if I kept going forward, if we went to court, there would be a good chance the amount would have been greater than what it is, but it's so nice to have my life back after 6 years. And I've also referred one of my siblings. He is involved in a workers' comp case. I knew it wouldn't be Christopher Russo that would be handling it, but I knew this firm. And since I felt so comfortable being here, I felt that my brother might do well here as well. Kirshenbaum Kirshenbaum would be my lawyers for life.